After finishing our upper, I had this kind of feeling of accomplishment, especially since I just had to glue a bottom unit to finalize the project. But after a few weeks of pause, I realized that actually making the upper without making the sole, it's a bit like building a bike without putting the wheels. Basically, you've only done 50% of the job. The real problem with making the sole is that I had absolutely no idea where to start. If we go a bit back in history, there are tons of ways to make a shoe sole. Back in the days, they were made out of rigid wool, nailed leather, sometimes even braided rope. It was mainly about protecting the foot, not really about comfort. Today, there are many methods to design a shoe sole depending on its use. But in our case, we are in the world of lifestyle sneakers. So the question is, what are our options here? First, there are the cup soles, like the one you find in iconic models such as the Samba, the Nike Dunk, or even the New Balance 550. Basically, it's a rubber molded sole in which you sometimes even place a foam inside before gluing the upper. It's clean and solid, but it's a bit stiff and heavy. Then there are the foam soles. The first use of foam in shoes go back to the cut EVA or PU foam sheets, which were glued directly under the upper. You can still find this on shoes like the Nike Cortez, the Reebok Classic, or even some New Balance model like the 574. It was a real revolution at the time, especially in terms of lightness and cushioning, but design-wise, things were still pretty limited. And today what we often find are EVA soles injected into a mold, an expanded polymer to be lighter and flexible, with rubber patches strategically placed on the bottom to prevent wear and improve the grip. But whether it's a rubber capsule or an injected EVA sole, both require the creation of a mold and the use of technical means that I don't have and that are way too expensive for making a single pair of shoes. So I started looking at alternative solutions. We can notably mention the 3D printing, which we can find at Adidas with the 4D technology, or even Zellerfeld with the fully 3D printed shoe. And finally, I find the solution. I will see you in the next video to explain all of this.